You guys want to hear a song? And welcome back to another episode of the Red Black Project. Crystal and John.
Hey.
What's up?
Oh, a lot.
A lot of things are up. First, let's start off with apologize for last week. This is live to patrons now, but when this enters the rotation, it's still sorry for last week.
Yeah.
A lot of things happened, and we were not able to record our episode. So we don't miss many that we don't tell you about. Like we always we're going to be gone for the holidays, or this and that. This one was completely unplanned.
Yeah. We didn't even miss one when my dad died.
Right. Yeah.
But then, because it was like, it happened honestly right after we had done a recording. And then, I had several, days to a week before the next recording, and I was okay. And then the crash that we'll probably get into a little bit more in a second, but that literally happened 20 minutes before we were supposed to record last week. I was literally on my way home from the doctor to 5 minutes from home, and that's when it happened. Yeah. And then so that, needless to say, that one was canceled. And then it's just been. And
then we left for the Jamboree.
Yeah, right. And then 2 days later. So the crash happened at noon-ish on Tuesday, and then we left around noon-ish on Thursday.
Yeah.
So
and all of Wednesday was spent like.
We went to the tow yard.
Right. Going to get your boot.
My boot for my foot.
Yeah. It was spent like legitimately prepping, but in a whole different way.
Yeah, it was supposed to be prepping for Kim and Garrett Jamboree. Instead, we were prepping for
prepping for that, but a bunch of other things happened to add to that prep.
Right.
But this episode is brought to you by the Yawn. It should be brought to you by the Yawn because you do it every episode.
It has a life of its own. So this episode is brought to you by my lovely friend Katie with Monarch Pine. If you are looking for jewelry findings or Blake's, make sure to check out her website, monarchpine.com, and use code RileyBlack for 10% off. But our lovely patrons who are watching right now, they get a bigger discount.
That's right. And if you are a patron and you're watching live, welcome. And for those of you who are listening to this over on Patreon and are not yet part of the TRBP Hangout Facebook group, you should, because we'll pop up live surprisingly like this.
Right.
We've missed a few After Darks, but our After Darks are done in there.
Yeah. Well, and side note, I know this is part of your spiel.
Yeah.
But since this is in the patrons group, I just want to extend like the biggest thank you for your support. We have not done our shout outs in a while, again, because life has been so crazy. I didn't think of them again until 5 minutes into this live. But since this is currently streaming live into our group, I just want to again thank you guys so much. I know things are hard for so many, so the fact that you choose us as one of those terrible pesky subscriptions, we really appreciate you. And work has been all over the place lately, very up, very down, and things like the support from our patrons really do help us keep this going. So I just really wanted to thank you, apologize again. I know you guys have all been very understanding, but when there's perks, included, I want to make sure that you guys get them. So we apologize for the lack of shout outs. We are going to get it together. But yes, thank you.
Yes. And also thank you to those who just listen, as I like to call them, Gen Pop.
Yeah.
I'm going to steal what networking says. There's two types of viewers out there. Those who are patrons and those who aren't yet patron members.
Those who will be,
will be patron members. You also have a Facebook group set for you. It's the Riley Black Project Community Facebook group. And that is all of the housekeeping.
There's one though that we did post about, but it was again in the mix of the tornado. We hit 75,000 downloads.
That's right.
Last
All
week or the
time.
week before.
Yeah.
So thank you to all of you who have listened to any of those episodes. And I mean, the fact that this is such like a niche podcast, and to get those kinds of numbers is just, it's crazy to me. I'd see the look of people when you would tell them like what we had accomplished with this podcast at like those Podfest, conferences and stuff. And,
they're shocked.
We're doing great with the help of you guys.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Yes. And also, my laptop is blank. I took off all my stickers.
Because some of them, listen, he's taken this laptop everywhere.
Yeah.
He's editing in front of the boys. And there were some, they were like PG-13, maybe
Right.
R.
But
there was just some
questions.
Inappropriate.
Yeah. And then JR's reading now, so he's able to read them.
Right, reading all of it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
so,
maybe we should
So now
cover
I
those
have
ones up. So he took them
3.
all off.
Yeah, I have 3 from the Jamboree. So I say that to say, if you would like to be on the laptop, feel free to send us a sticker.
Yeah, we'll have a we're going to get one of those UPS
Yes.
boxes, because it's like instead of a PO box, it's like a address.
Actual address, yes.
So we're going to get one of those, and when we set one of those up, we'll let you know. And
yeah, because we're revamping the Riley Black Studios website with the help of SNA, who we had on a couple weeks ago. So we're we're rebranding all that and stuff.
Yeah.
So so let's get into it. How you didn't have to go this far to get out of taking the boys to school in the morning.
I don't mind actually taking them
Because
to school.
you didn't have to total your car.
I did not.
You could have just simply told me, hey, listen, this taking them to school thing is getting kind of old. I want you to do it again.
No.
And we could have had 2 vehicles. But instead, you decided to get priority boarding on the flight and get out of driving for the next 4-ish plus weeks, maybe.
Don't say 4+, 4-ish.
Well, even if it's not like, even if your x-rays show great, she's gonna be like, let's keep it on for 1 more week.
Right.
Just to be safe.
That's true. That is a possibility. So yeah, I'm feeling okay. If you want to see some fun pictures of some very kaleidoscopy, crazy looking bruises, I have them. They're not gory. Thankfully, there was no blood.
It made Tanner kind of queasy.
Listen, Tanner told me a story about Tanner from Kim and Garrett Jamboree. That's one of their kids. He broke his leg, like both of them, and it was literally like dangling.
Yeah.
And he saw the picture of my toes, and he was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
So to make that, his injury was way worse.
Yeah,
Mine just looked gnarly.
It became a everyone show X-rays around the table.
Yeah, we were showing and telling injuries. Yeah. So for the color is finally coming back to my toes. Yeah. But for a while they were purple, and there's some like little grayish
Dan
areas.
Says your bruising was
insane. And the pictures you saw are nothing. Those were the first few like day or two. They got so much worse. Just the color started to come in. They were the gnarliest about 4 days in. And so that's why Tanner and people at the K&G got the pleasure of witnessing that, because I was taking pictures, every
Daily
day.
pictures.
The progression. Well, and it was crazy. The progression from even morning to evening in the same day was crazy, or evening to the next morning.
Overnight.
Yeah.
Some of those, I was like, your toes weren't like this in the morning, last morning.
Before we went to last morning. Yeah, that's what our 4-year-old says.
Yeah, shouts out to him. He graduated today.
Yes, he did. He had his
kindergarten.
And man, some of those teachers, like, listen, they were like, oh, you can buy a cap and gown, or you need a cap and gown,
right?
And I was like, for what? Listen, there's there's things that like you spend frivolously on and things that you don't. And I'm proud of him. Yes, for pre-K,
Right.
finishing VPK, pre-K and going into kindergarten. No. I don't need it.
They had the sashes that said 26.
Like custom printed.
They had the caps with the printing on it. Like there were parents and grandparents. They had T-shirts made.
Matching, like, t-shirts.
It almost looks like a rest in peace T-shirts. The airbrush ones.
Listen, it was very similar.
was kind of like that, and I was like, this is VPK.
Diane, I'll send you those later.
Like, this is VPK. It's not. Like, I mean, it is an accomplishment. I get it. Let's be there.
And
Let's encourage.
I mean, if our finances
cap
were
and gown, cool.
fluffier, because I'm sure the cap
It's
and gown
cute.
probably wasn't expensive. It was probably, I
Right.
don't know,
It's
12,
cute.
$20. But like, it's literally for
Yeah.
an hour.
Yeah.
Like,
and
no.
here's the other thing. Dropping them off. You know how many kids did not want to wear the cap and gown? They were like ripping them off.
Yeah, well,
going
and
to
we put him
line.
in an adorable dinosaur T-shirt or dinosaur button-up, and he was like calling off. He was like, I pointed to one dinosaur, and I was like, "What's that?" And he's like, "Brontosaurus." And then another one was like,
He
"What's that?"
really
And he was
knows his
Stegosaurus,
dinosaurs.
and except the pterodactyl. He refuses to call that one a pterodactyl, and
What
he
is
was
it
like,
called?
"It's a bird," and I was like,
bird.
"No, that is a
'cause
pterodactyl."
It's a flight. Yeah.
Yeah. So
his favorite is Triceratops.
yeah, some people went over the top. And, if we had more expendable money, maybe we would. But, right now we don't have it. So
I think even then. And man, those teachers were so ready to go. They're like, well, all right, so you can take pictures over the class. And if you want to take them, you can take them. You
Like,
deserve
no, I
it.
just
Have
dropped
a party.
him off. Have fun. He's yours for the day.
The Riley Black Project is sponsored by Monarch Pine.
Monarch Pine is your trusted source for premium laser blanks and jewelry findings. From large loop earring hooks made specifically for acrylic and wood earrings to laser-tested stainless steel necklace and bracelet blanks, they have everything you need to bring your creative ideas to life.
As a maker, you know the value of quality supplies. And that's exactly what Monarch Pine delivers. Whether you're crafting as a hobby or running a full-time business, their products make it easy to design confidently and create stunning pieces.
Head to monarchpine.com and use code RileyBlack to get 10% off your order. Riley Black patrons get an even bigger discount, so don't miss out.
While you're at it, join the Monarch Pine Craft Supply Insiders Facebook group. It's a vibrant community where makers share tips, inspiration, and their incredible creations.
Monarch Pine, where your creativity takes center stage. Visit monarchpine.com and use code RileyBlack today.
Not tomorrow.
Today.
Are you tired of endlessly joining jump rings?
There's gotta be an easier way.
Are your wrists aching after numerous orders? Introducing Keychain Thingies, the time-saving solution for anyone making keychains.
It's so fast and easy.
These revolutionary plastic thingies make large or multiple orders a snap. So easy, even a child can do it.
That was so easy.
So what are you waiting for? Go to keychainthingies.com and order now. Keychain Thingies will change your life. However, they should not be used to cure any medical ailments, repair broken relationships, or help lose weight. Do not use Keychain Thingies unless you want to save time and aggravation.
But yeah, so anyway, for my arm, my left arm, this arm is a little like, it's like limp. I don't know what's going on with it. I think an injury to the tendon or something.
it's
Just
from
even
the
kind
elbow
of
down, right?
lifting. Yeah, about here. From elbow
maybe
down.
you get one of those cool mechanical arms.
That would be cool.
But then
I
you
could
have
use
to
some
cut it off.
assistance. No.
And then
I
you
don't
get
want to do
the-
that. Then I'll
The
keep-
AI.
I'll keep my limp
With
arm.
the AI, maybe you'll get like a super strength one with like AI
No.
in it.
And then seatbelt bruising across
Yeah.
my stomach and my chest. My knee is gnarly. That bruise goes from my knee almost to my ankle. Probably broke my big toe on my left side of my left foot, but they don't do anything for broken toes. On the right side where I have what's called a non-displaced fracture, which again, thankfully it is not displaced. So I just need the boot to keep it that way, which means I hopefully will not need any surgery or anything like that. If we, keep it non-displaced. And I probably broke a few toes on that foot too. The 3 toes in the middle were all, purple and stuff like we said. But each day gets a little bit easier, except this arm. The arm seems to be getting worse, so I'll be, talking to my doctor about that soon. But all in all, I am okay. So the truck. So what happened was, I was turning left. They were going straight. The light was turning red. They were starting to stop. And I think either they thought they couldn't stop in time or what, but they were slowing down. So I thought I was good. I was not good because then they decided to go through it anyway.
Yeah.
So I was found at fault.
Wasn't the car next to them? Didn't the car next to them?
The next car next to them had stopped.
Right.
And even the guy behind me, when he got out, he gave me his information as a witness because he's like, if I was in front of you, it would have been me.
Right.
So, because he saw him slowing down as well. It was, the light was turning red. And yeah, so instead I was hit front end side probably around 40 or 50 miles per hour.
And I don't know if I forget if there are cameras there.
I think there are. I don't know if they pulled those or what, what they looked at.
Yeah, we're letting insurance take care of all that mess.
Yeah, it's been fun. They've retained attorneys for their injuries, so we'll see how that all ends up. I thankfully had pretty good coverage, so that should take care of all of it, I hope. But yeah, so my car has officially been totaled. Got a decent price, thankfully, for my car. So when I'm out of the boot, we're already kind of looking, but I can't test drive anything, or
we're kind of looking to see
we're just looking
which
to
one
see
to
what kind of car I want. And then
SUV.
Yeah, I want another
not
SUV.
necessarily a third row.
Yeah,
because we have the van.
Because we barely used it, and now we have the van.
Yeah.
So yep, I was found at fault. And I thought about like trying to go through the work of seeing if I could get access to the cameras or see, how it actually happened. But it's just, I don't know, because then I don't know what that would turn into. I don't know if they would find like us 50-50 or what. But it's, I don't know. It is what it is. I honestly just don't really have the energy to fight all of that right now.
And also to our insurance adjuster or lawyer behalf, whatever they are, kind of gave us some reassurance that, listen, our liability coverage is pretty good. There's really not much of a chance that they're going to come after us personally.
Right.
Which, I mean, you're going to get more from insurance than you're getting from us.
You're not going to get anything. We don't have anything to give you.
But yeah. And it's going to take you a while to collect anything because we're going to have to make minimal payments.
Right.
So yeah. So there's at least that reassurance.
Yeah.
And then after that whole thing happened, which now that I'm thinking about it, maybe you were just trying to get a new car for your birthday because it was the day after your birthday.
It was the day after my
birthday. Conversations that you could have brought to me before totaling your car and doing all this.
Listen, the car wasn't perfect, but I was close to, I was under 10K.
Yeah.
For my car payment, and so I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and so I was ready to pay it off and have no car payment. And now I have no car payment, but this is not the way I wanted to
and
do
no
it.
car.
So, right?
Yeah. But again, like, you can't drive
I've learned
anyway,
Florida traffic laws are nuts.
Yeah.
And they ticketed me for failure to yield. And, here's the thing that I want to say. Because, these things happen in 2 seconds, right? So I have no idea if he entered in a yellow. If he entered in a yellow, then, it was my fault. I should have waited longer to make sure that he did stop, but I was in the middle of the intersection, and so I didn't also want to impede on the people who were about to be
make a left,
right, who were about to be turning,
right, yeah.
And if I'm at fault, then it should be on me. I don't know,
right,
and I do feel bad that it affected them as well in any way, because none of us do any of these things on purpose. And, they're probably looking for a new car too. And that sucks. Yeah. So,
it does.
I get it. It's
who knows
just
what their
tough situation.
What their position is either.
Exactly.
And their truck was like, it's total because both airbags deployed. So that's automatic total. And listen, trucks are a lot more expensive than SUVs. So while I still I think like mistakes would happen on both. Could you
Yeah.
have yielded? Yes, of course.
Right.
Could he have stopped? Yes,
Yeah.
that too.
The conversation
So-
literally right after the crash was, I thought you saw me. And I said, I thought you were
saw-
stopping.
Right.
Like that was pretty
that
much
was it,
all,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
we did ask each other, like,
Right,
are you okay?
Yeah. And that's
whatever.
the other thing too. Like in that moment, you also don't want to talk too much to the other person.
No, you have
you
to
don't
be
know where it's
careful.
gonna go,
Yeah.
or like, what the mind, like, are they like fishing now to try to get you
Right.
to assume, responsibility when maybe they were at, like, it's
Yeah.
it's more like, hey, you okay? Yeah, and then go your separate ways.
Yeah, and then
don't
I
talk.
just kind of stayed over and
right, and
the
he
fact
wanted
that I
to come
stood
back
there
and talk.
Did he?
Yeah, because the only reason I know what the driver, so I wasn't in the car, the vehicle. It was just her, but she called me, and we live literally 2 minutes from where it
Yeah.
happened. So I rushed over there. And when I got there, police were actually just pulling up. It was only the firefighters.
Yeah.
But he was coming over. I saw him. He had like a wrap around his wrist.
Yeah, he had a
And
cut on his arm.
and he was coming. He like didn't go with his wife to the hospital.
He did.
Huh?
He did.
Well, then that was eventually because he was
Yes.
still there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because he was like, he wanted to like try to talk to you,
Oh no, thank you.
and they were telling him no,
No.
stay over there, because they were still talking to you and seeing if you wanted to
right,
go or
yeah.
anything like that. So they were telling him no, not now. Your wife is about to go jump
Yeah.
in there. He's like, is there anybody else that can take me if I don't go with it? Like he wanted
Right.
to stay on scene.
Oh,
for
yeah,
whatever
I mean, I
reason.
could see that.
So
I mean, it's hard because it was still active, and
Yeah.
it's hard to walk away from your car and then
Yeah.
have to go with your wife, and the airbag I think had got her chest is what she had told
Right.
me when we were there. But yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to. I didn't want to talk to anybody.
Right.
I didn't. Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah.
And I stood there for an hour and a half in the heat, having no idea that anything was
And
broken.
I would
or
have not have thought
whatever.
that your foot was broken, because like you said, you were walking. Yeah, you had a limp, but
You didn't learn from my broken shoulder.
Huh?
You
Oh,
said the
yeah.
same thing when I broke my shoulder.
Yeah, but I wasn't there.
Right.
You just told me about it.
Yeah.
I saw you and you were walking around fine, but no, I didn't learn.
Yeah. Well, and I can still walk around fine without the boot.
Right.
I'm just nervous too because I don't want to displace anything. And like it's like this minor like duck walk, because I can still walk fine and put weight on it. I just can't do this part with the toes where that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And, the adrenaline, man, it's crazy. I felt my knee right away. My arm was sore right away. And my toes were sore. I felt all
Oh, yeah, I
of that
remember you
right
telling me
away.
that,
I'm
yeah.
like, my toes hurt. But, again, in the moment, all that adrenaline is going. And then as the adrenaline started to wear off after about like an hour, I was like, oh, everything hurt. And he was like, yeah, like you've been hit by a truck. And I'm like, shit.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, that. It feels like that.
Yeah. So that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then we turned around, got on a plane,
I went to the
and
Jamboree.
went to
Everyone's
Virginia,
like,
the Jamboree.
I was sure you weren't going to.
Yeah.
Oh, your dad passed. And I was like, oh, she's
Yep.
not going to be here.
Yep.
And then you got in the car accident. Oh, she's definitely not coming. And listen, the alternative was staying home. Everyone who said that, I was like, the alternative was staying home with my crazy 4-year-old toddler. I'm going.
Yeah,
Okay.
because JR
and
JR
having
came with
FOMO.
us.
So I'd have
Yeah.
FOMO of not being there because you needed to be there because
Yeah.
it was a paid gig.
Right.
Otherwise, I mean, sure, they probably would have understood, but then we
Right.
would have had to return the money.
Well, and then we were teaching, so they would have had to find
Pivot
something to do.
and- yeah.
And listen, everything is so like the planning is so crazy, and
Yeah.
then they had like, I think it was 6 troops.
Yeah.
And 6 classes, so then that means one troop would
Yeah.
be like kind of like in limbo.
Yeah.
And I guess
They would have
figured it
have
out,
understood
but-
and they would have figured it
Yeah.
out. And I mean, they weren't teaching at APA, but they had to
Right.
do the same thing at APA, that
Yeah.
unexpected loss right before APA.
True.
And they had to, bow out of that. Life
Yeah.
life happens. You can't
Yeah.
always control when it happens. You just can control how you react to it. And this is a good time for me to thank everybody in the laser world who has reached out, sent me a message, checked in on me, text message, email, sent gifts, flowers, like all of the stuff, all of the gifts that I received were all laser people. all
Right.
laser people. So if that doesn't tell you,
Yeah.
not that like I expected them from anybody, because I understand things are crazy right now. Things are always happening to so many people.
Right.
But the ones who sent me stuff were all my laser friends
Yes.
and
And-
family, I should say.
And
So-
I will also, I want to give, yes, Christian, being stuck home alone with your thoughts. wouldn't be-
Exactly. And that would be,
Yeah.
it was, I needed the distraction
Yeah.
because I mean, heck, we were in, the room, getting ready to go to the mixer, right?
Right. The happy hour.
The happy hour, right?
Yeah.
Before the event. And, I'm not going to lie, I didn't really want to people. I didn't
Right.
really want to
Yeah.
like turn it on and be, the laser celebrities they call us. And, I wasn't really in the mood, but I was literally like starting to spiral, the
Yeah.
guilt of
Yeah.
the accident and how it's affecting everything and how the last thing we need right now is to
Yeah.
be worrying
We
about
literally-
a car. And
We're literally like, so far this year have been like on this track of going up,
yeah.
and like,
And then it all
everything-
just crashed
and then
down
lit-
in like a matter of 2
or
weeks.
crashed sideways. No,
Whatever.
Up. Crashed down. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. It was a head-on
So
collision.
yeah, I was starting to spiral, and John's like, no, we're not. Nope, we're not
Yeah,
doing
it's
that.
just- it's one of those things that we're gonna look back and be like, oh yeah, that did happen, and that was tough, but not like, because we can sit here and make it like the biggest thing in the world, or it's
Right.
like this happened. We can't go back and change it.
Right.
We could just move
have to
forward,
move forward, yeah.
and keep going, and we're on this great trajectory. Let's just keep moving forward and
Right.
and think about that, and not think about what happened until
Right.
we have
And if
to
I would have stayed home,
deal with something.
that's all I would have thought of.
I think it's
So-
the first time Roy's heard the term laser
I
celebrities.
did not make that up. I don't know who came up with
Love
that,
that.
but it's so funny because
Yeah.
it does. Because
Yeah.
like, listen, outside of a laser
Right.
event, we were joking, with Kim and Garrett and stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody knows us
Yeah.
outside of a laser event.
You go to the Walmart or Target
Yeah,
down the
they
street
don't know
of
you.
whatever event
Very
you're at.
very likely they have no idea
Right.
who you are.
Right.
But at those events, we're
Yeah.
laser celebrities. So and sometimes it's hard when there's stuff going on in life to, try and turn that off and just be present in that.
Yeah.
But it was a great distraction.
Yeah.
And
And
then
back
now-
to the laser community being like one of the few, like aside from family, that reached
Yeah.
out and stuff like that. I want to give a huge shout out to Kim and Garrett and anyone who was involved in the dinner plan to get the staff to sing happy birthday and bring the shot and
Tanner.
everything. Yeah, Tanner, because you saw them over there scheming, and then all of a sudden,
Well, Melody Passman
Garrett-
did, and she told me, she's like, I think they're talking about
yeah,
you.
and then Garrett comes over and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And he's just like lingering
I was like,
over.
what's
I
she
think
doing?
he was hiding that the staff was gathering behind him, so he wouldn't like see like what's going on. But they came over and did a whole, you know how
They
it is
did.
when it's someone's birthday at a restaurant.
Yeah, brought me a
Um,
shot of tequila.
Yeah. So thanks to that,
Made a
because
big to-do.
on Monday, and this is getting a little like into personal, and
Yeah.
that's what we do. On Monday, she was in her feels because there wasn't this big to do around her birthday.
Well, and so
And, like,
part of that, right, is growing up and like being in Colorado.
Right.
We always made a huge deal of all of our friends'
Mm-hmm.
birthdays. They were like, before we all had lasers, there was engraved gifts, there was
Mm-hmm.
cakes, there was at least a dinner, there was a party, there was, and so like that's what I'm used to. And I know that like as you get older, people move away. That's part of the
Right.
reason those things don't happen much anymore. And I don't have like a lot of like local friends. And so yeah, I was definitely kind of like in
Yeah.
my feels about just a different looking birthday.
Right.
And then
So then
yeah.
when it happened and everything, I leaned over to her. I'm like, you realize like this is what
my
you
new
were
family.
this is what you were missing.
Right.
What you were missing on Monday.
Yeah.
And look who it is that did it for
Right.
you. It's like the community. So it's like it is,
Yeah.
because we are, we say it a lot. Sometimes you disconnect when you become a business owner and stuff like that. Sometimes you disconnect from your old friends,
Yeah.
especially the ones that aren't also business owners.
Yeah, because they don't get it.
Because
Yeah.
they're just certain things they don't get.
Right.
And you're still kind of friends, but just like the friendship shifts
Yeah,
a little
just
bit.
a little different.
Because you
yeah.
can't what's the word? you can't relate
Right.
as much to everything
To each
anymore.
other,
So the fact that that you guys did that, a small gesture is probably like, oh yeah, of course, it was her birthday on Monday, we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
But it meant a lot
It was
in that
it was
time.
nice to be thought
Yeah.
of. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially just
And especially at
everything
their
I was
event,
going through.
like it was their event too.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have to, and the dinner was for I think it was called Eagle Pass.
Yeah.
Attendees.
Yeah.
So it's really their it's still part of their event, and as speakers and sponsors, we were there as well.
Right.
But yeah, just that gesture
Yeah,
really
that was
meant a lot.
That was very nice.
So I want to say a special thank you to them for that. And
Yeah.
it was a great time.
Yeah, we had so much fun.
Yeah, the Jamboree is a great time. Seeing Christian again in person,
Yeah.
it seems like that's one of the few like he goes to.
Right,
I don't
yeah.
think we've seen him at another event.
I don't know. The problem is
Yeah,
the
Christian,
events
do you
are
go
just
to? Yeah, I
so
know.
crazy that I can see my friends, but I'll see like 400 people, especially like next level. You see
Right.
400 people in a matter of 2 days. Like it takes.
Right.
It's a lot.
It is. It is a lot.
In a good way.
Yes.
But it's a lot.
Yeah.
So it's hard to remember where I've seen people.
Yeah. So I'm not sure, but again, I know definitely the Jamboree. We'll see Christian.
Yeah.
And it's always great. Oh no, we did. We saw him in Vegas. We saw him in Vegas. Not this APA,
Yeah.
the last APA.
Yeah.
We did see him there. I do remember that part. Yeah. So we had a blast. It was great talking about content.
Mm-hmm.
We were a little, as always, we were a little nervous going into it.
Yeah.
Not knowing.
Those are the best classes.
Not knowing how it's going to be received. Not knowing where they are with content. Are we going to be talking? Because we don't want to talk over their head.
Yeah.
We don't want to make it too
He was at next
simplistic.
level, but not last year.
Okay.
Yeah. So that must be when we saw him.
Yeah, that must be. No, I do think we
Were
were
you at
partying with him.
APA though, Christian?
I think we were partying
I
with
don't
him.
think he was at APA.
No?
I don't think so, but I don't know.
Maybe it was
Again,
next
they
level.
all blend
yeah,
together.
they do blend together. So yeah, we didn't know how it was going to be received. And then to be honest, we weren't 100% prepared because the time that, because you know us, last minute, it's what we do.
Yeah. We had an idea of what we were
She
doing. But we
decided to
hadn't,
crash her car and total it, and so then our attention went to that and not to preparing for
Right.
our class.
Then it's like, oh, surprise, we leave in
right.
a day.
Which we always kind of leave like a
Yeah.
lot more time for Q&A because
Yeah.
again, we don't
Well,
want to talk over people.
It was funny. So on the way to the airport, we have an hour and a half drive to the airport, right? And
Yeah.
that's when we do a lot of our like business talk and
Yeah.
planning and
those
whatever.
are our board meetings.
And this 80-year-old man calls
Oh my god.
his work phone. I'm not going to give him too much
Oh.
time of the story, but listen, it was long. He spent 25 minutes giving John his life story.
Credentials. Telling me who he's worked with.
Every accomplishment or
Everyone
person he's worked with along
is
the way.
dead.
And so afterward, it was obviously unplanned. And then so after he gets off the phone, I was like, well, so now we have like an hour maybe or 45 minutes
Right.
left until we get to the airport. Let's do some planning. And so we planned, our Kim and Garrett stuff, and we wrote it down. And it took us like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And we had like our outline of like,
Yeah.
okay, we're going to start with questions first because we wanted that class, and I want future classes to kind of be similar because it really was a good way to make sure that
gauge.
we were answering the questions
Right.
they had. We don't want to just assume, hey, you want to hear this or you
Right.
want to know that.
Right. And if there are no questions, then I take it as you're a beginner.
Right.
Because if you're into it, then you have questions
Right.
like algorithm questions, what kind
Yeah.
of content. Hey, listen, like I see that mine's not performing
Mm-hmm.
and this and that. So I go bare bones basic when they're like when it's like deer
Right.
in headlights.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, let's start getting you more
Yeah.
consistent and comfortable
So
with
we
it.
had our backup outline, and
Yeah.
everything was covered in every class. It
Yep.
was just kind of like in a different order, and some things
Yeah.
were a little bit more in depth depending on, again,
Right.
what people were interested in hearing about. But yeah, the classes were supposed to be 45 minutes, but then the
Mm-hmm.
time blocks were an hour. So we thought they were an hour,
Right.
and we went all the way to that hour on every
And
single
sometimes
class
a
to where
little
we were
over.
like kicking them out,
Yeah.
because they needed to go to their next class
Yeah.
or go to a bathroom
Yeah.
break on the
Yeah.
way to the
Because
next class.
also
But
too, once
they were just great sessions.
once we got into the roll of things, then questions started coming
yeah,
out.
once people get more comfortable,
and then
yeah,
and then that's when we just kept it as a huge Q&A
Yeah.
workshop more than, because it's always like, oh, we want it hands-on. How are you going to make it hands-on? It was like,
Right.
how are we going to make it hands-on?
Yeah.
And the best way to do that is to like actually answer their questions.
Yep.
And make it tailored to them.
Yeah.
So it was a great time. Got a lot of great coverage. Man, I love my new camera.
It's pretty awesome.
It was my first like official, like since I got it, I was practicing around the house, making sure like I knew where all the buttons were that I need and stuff like that, getting familiar with the actual camera. But then going out like in the field and using it, man, it was great. Then bringing that footage back and editing it, it was good. I have to send them the finished recap because I finished it yesterday. So I'll be sending them that email. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
From Kim and Garrett Make It. Follow them on Facebook and YouTube and all that.
Yep, if you aren't already.
All the good stuff.
They
Kim
just
and Garrett
hit
Make It.
150,000 subscribers on
that's
YouTube,
huge.
and that's huge. We've been struggling for our life.
Yeah.
To 1,500.
Yeah.
So
but
it's a huge
focus,
feat.
but their focus is on
Was
YouTube,
yeah.
and
And ours
growth.
is everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
And they have the plaque and the thing.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Roy said, what camera?
I got the Sony FX30. It's been like, honestly, the FX6, if you want to talk about a dream camera, that would be like the dream camera. But I was just telling you today, I saw the FX6 in my feed, and like now I'm able to like just scroll past it without drooling over it because I have the 30.
Yeah.
And the way it's set up, it's much like the FX6. And man, the video quality of it, and just I was also telling you like last night or the night before, like I always like had faith in my skills.
Right.
But I wasn't getting the quality that I wanted to get.
That you pictured.
And I was like, what am I doing wrong? Because I didn't want to blame the camera.
Yeah.
I was like, you can do things with this camera.
Right.
With what I have. I'm like, so
difficult.
I don't need to.
Yeah.
Right. But I wanted to really get that.
Right.
And then I shoot on the FX30, and I think that prepared me to where now this is so much easier. Like the shots are like I literally
because you're not
just
forcing it on a lesser price.
Right.
Yeah.
So it does take like you have to know like the whole science behind how to get a good shot.
Right.
But since I know that, to me it feels like all I'm doing is hitting record.
Yeah.
What, did you lose the?
No. So your mom just got home,
Oh,
so I was
okay.
trying to ignore
Clear
the
the
notification, and instead I clicked on it.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it's just great video footage. So I'm excited for next week. Yeah. When we go to
so
AP Laser.
we were home for
LazerCon.
all of 8 days.
Yeah.
And then we will be heading to AP LazerCon
Yeah.
in I think it's. What is it? Is it Rockford or Round Rock?
Round Rock. Yeah, Round Rock. At the Kalahari.
Just outside of Austin at the Kalahari Resort. And I don't get to take advantage of the Kalahari Resort. I mean, I could maybe do the Lazy River.
Yeah. You just put boot over your boot. Oh no, you just take the boot off.
No, I just take the boot off.
Just like
But
just
getting
like when you
into
took
into the tube would be difficult.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
So-
it's difficult when you have all
Right?
dexterity to get into one of those tubes.
But floating around would be kind of nice.
Maybe you just use it as like a rest and let your feet dangle and go around that way.
That might be nice.
Yeah.
I'll have to bring a swimsuit.
Yeah,
just in
we'll
case.
bring a swimsuit just in case. But yeah, no,
Most of the time we don't have time for any
Yeah,
of that
yeah.
shit. But if you don't bring it, you're gonna be like, oh, right now I should go and I can't.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. So you bring it and then it just sits in the suitcase.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of like when you live by the beach. You rave about wanting to be closer to the beach, closer to the beach,
and that
closer to the beach.
pisses me off.
You go there
too,
and then you don't go to the beach.
Is that we wanted to go to the beach and we still can in a few weeks, but it's just walking on the sand with
The boot.
and like
Yeah.
so
That
we
might
might have
be-
to wait until the
okay.
boots
Yeah.
down.
You might have to wait till the boot.
No. But yeah, we wanted to go to the beach a lot more, and I was like, shit.
Yeah. So we'll bring that. But back to the Jamboree. It was great.
So much fun.
We put well, not we. Kay brought the little Jesuses, and they're all
them
over
everywhere.
Kim and Garrett, all over their place, their warehouse and stuff, and on the set.
Little
And
Easter
there were
eggs.
there were two that were still on the set this past Test
Mm-hmm.
Cut Tuesday. So I don't know if they're gonna keep it. They took mine down because I had mine right on the and sign.
Oh.
Right on top there, and they
Yeah.
took that one was gone. It didn't make it
Nice.
to Test Cut. And then we have an Easter egg too. So if you can spot Don Foxio in the 2 shot here, then there's nothing. You just get bragging rights. So Christian since you're on, do you see
it?
Don Foxio?
Yeah,
Because
if
he's
he's
on
still
the
on.
set.
Yeah.
We kind of half stole him from Kim and Garrett.
JR did.
Yeah, because they want to redesign.
Oh, is this JR's? Or
No,
did
no,
you take
no.
one too?
JR had
Oh,
one
okay.
that he broke. Don't point at it, then you give it away.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so you know where it's at now. No longer an Easter egg. They want to redesign it because the tail is very apt
Yeah.
to breaking because
Well,
JR already broke
Jackson
it. Well, Jackson
already
broke
did.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it goes down to like a thin point, and they want to thicken that to make it
Yeah.
stronger, sturdier. So we have one of the Gen 1 Don Foxios. Mascot. But it was great. Last year they didn't know what to expect and
Right.
everything, so they didn't really cap the tickets.
They did, but it just like it kept sinking in, and then I think they didn't. Then there's all the teachers too. Christian said he sees them.
Yeah, nice.
And then there's the teachers as well, and it was very very packed. So they reduced the. I always see the fox. So they reduced the amount of people who were allowed to come, and that helped a lot.
Yeah.
It was still a little tight. We were kind of like in the back, like in a room that's kind of in the middle. You had to go through a room to get to the room we were in.
In their
But
studio.
I mean, we made it work.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and everyone still had a great time, and the people there, were all, just so nice. So
That will be a collectible, so protect that one. Yeah. Yeah, it's
We
going to
will.
stay on set. That one's staying on set.
We'll keep it away from the kids.
Yep.
So that they can't
Yep.
break it.
Yeah, 75 was a good number. It obviously evened out the troops, so that way it was like the same amount. The classes were at a manageable size.
Yep.
Especially because some of the classes, like Bowtown, they were making bows. And then Josh's class,
Making hats.
Evans with Lone Star Adhesive, they were making hats.
Yeah.
What other class?
NFC.
with
Tags.
Houston Acrylic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Maps with Amanda from Laser Map Maker.
yep.
Tons
Yeah.
of different stuff.
And then I think
Christian's AI class.
Yeah, man, Christian, they were loving.
They raved. About your class.
That class was everyone.
I'm
was
sad I
like,
didn't get to experience
Right?
it. So we're gonna need a one-on-one
a one-on-one class.
to hear what you shared because I'm sure it's great stuff.
Yeah, everyone really really loved the class. And then ours was a strong second.
Yeah.
Ours was a strong second, and then Bowtown I heard a lot. Well, and then it's like between Bowtown and then the Map Maker a lot of people liked.
I'd say we were top 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely out of 6 classes.
Okay,
No,
so
they-
top 3. Yeah.
Well,
but whatever.
6 each day, so it was total
True.
12 classes.
Total of 12. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that was a good. I mean, again, I don't know if it could be better for like the teachers and stuff, but like having one full day. Like one full day to enjoy the Jamboree and one full day of teaching.
Yeah, it's hard because you don't get to experience any of the classes on the same day that you're teaching.
Right.
But the alternative is you teach both days.
Right. And I feel like if
So
you're gonna teach 6 classes, you're still gonna miss 6 classes.
Right.
Because the one that when you're teaching, you can't attend any of
Exactly.
them. So
Yeah.
either way, you're gonna be out. But yeah.
Yeah, he
it's
said
cool.
I'll hook you guys up, of course.
Nice.
Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah, so next year is going to be a cruise.
Yes.
Jamboree
at the Seas.
Oh.
Who is that?
It's oh, that's weird that they're calling me.
Who?
The people that I got the boot from.
Oh.
I don't need anything else from them,
Yeah.
so I don't
You can
know.
go to
Hopefully they'll leave a
voicemail.
message. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next
Jamboree at
year
the
will be a
Seas.
cruise, so Jamboree at the Sea, and we really want to go to that one.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to figure some things out because we have already signed up for and committed to APA,
Right.
and they overlap by about a day and a half.
Right.
So we'll have to figure out, how that's gonna work.
Right. Because that
but-
one we would love to bring everybody, like my mom.
Yeah, we want to bring
Jackson and
the
JR.
the
Yeah.
boys. So, and it just would be a good time with all those
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, it would, because it's a great community that they have over there. So if you want to be part of the Maker Mafia, head over to Kim and Garrett Make It. Their YouTube channel, their Facebook, all the things. Show them support.
Tons
they're
of
doing
info.
great
It's so
stuff.
funny. So I was looking for a tutorial on 0 point for I'm gonna say
Yeah,
it.
the
It's
Eufy.
The Eufy. I have a Eufy.
Yeah.
And
What?
they just got the prescription
Oh,
for my boot that
Oh,
I've been
that's
wearing
nice.
for a week.
good.
Anyway, so I was looking for a tutorial on the 0 point, how to use the 0 point feature on the Eufy, and I couldn't find one, and then I found one, and she was like, "Look, perfect alignment," and it was far from perfect. Her tutorial was decent, but it just didn't work, so I didn't trust her
Right.
that it would work, and so I just kind of had to like test it and trial it out on my own, and then the next day they released a 0
Yeah.
point
Kim and Garrett released the-
and I was like, ugh,
Should have waited.
I needed that yesterday. But yeah, they have some great videos out,
Yeah.
so definitely
and don't
follow.
miss those Tesca
Subscribe.
Tuesdays. They're a lot like
Yes,
this.
those are
They're
fun.
live. They do. They do. If you don't know, they it's called Tesca Tuesday because they test a cut for a. It's usually rounds, right?
Yeah.
It's usually door signs.
Yeah.
Door hangers. So I don't watch. I just don't. I'm more in the chat than really the actual
Right.
project.
Yeah, the conversation.
But they test the cut every week. They paint it. They make sure it turns out it turns out well, and they can make it. And I think then they release the file.
yeah,
right?
if it's a little too complicated or they, didn't work out like they think, then they'll make a couple adjustments
right.
and then release the file.
But it's
But
you
usually
come along.
it's ready right after.
You come along in the whole process of releasing a file.
Yeah.
Where they test it out and paint it. They just happen to do it live, and the chats are where it's at.
Chats
The
be
chat,
popping.
Yeah, it'd be popping. Talk about everything in there, and much like this, very interactive.
Yeah.
So check
Yeah.
them out. We'll be at AP LazerCon.
Yes. Next week. I said that.
Yeah,
We
I
said-
know.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
recapping.
Okay.
Just recapping.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. We'll have kind of a booth.
Look at Christian.
So it'll
And
be
that's what he does in the Kim and Gary.
right. We need
comments,
people
too.
like that for ours. We gotta hire some. What do you call them? Mentors. We need
Yeah,
some mentors
yeah.
for the Riley Black
Yeah.
project. So yeah, Christian, let us know how to how to hook that up. So yeah, Kim and Garrett make it
the
kng.com for cruise.
Hey, Daniel's up.
Yeah, hey Daniel. And Jamboree Roundup and some great files and paints, Foxy Hues. Yes. If you paint stuff, I don't paint stuff. But if you do, check out their paint. It is awesome.
Tuesdays remembers. Yes, Daniel. See you soon in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Daniel was just at the same time going on during.
Oh yeah, it was the Lancaster meetup.
The Jamboree was the Lancaster meetup. It's funny because we sent keychain thingies over there, or we
a
were
gift card, which
gift
Daniel
card.
won.
right. Oh, okay. You get keychain thingies.
Yeah.
So we sent that over. So we were on either I forgot who mentioned it or
Yeah.
some Lancaster because Garrett was like, "Hey, I just saw a post.
Are you
guys
going?
going to be at Lancaster too?" And we're like, "No. We're not
Yeah.
going to their meetup.
No, we just contributed to the
We just
giveaway.
contributed. We're all in on the Jamboree.
Yeah.
And don't worry, we're not going to try to like split time or
Yeah,
anything like
no.
that." And you know what? Now that I say it out loud, he was probably worried because we were teaching on the second day.
Right.
And not the
and
first
that's when
day.
it was.
And that's
Yeah.
okay, yeah. So that's probably why he was worried. Like, are you guys dipping out?
Right.
Yeah.
No.
And of course, that was all. He messaged me before the accident.
Yeah. Yeah.
And before your dad.
Yeah.
No,
No, it was after.
no, it was after.
Yeah.
But yeah. So so yeah, Daniel was over there at Lancaster. I saw his setup with the jigs and everything, and
Well, and so we'll have like kind of a table at Monarch Pines booth at AP LazerCon. Because when I need kind of some freedom at these shows and stuff, I pair up with Monarch Pine and use her in the nicest way, use her employees to kind of, man the stuff because she's a what I call an authorized dealer of
Right.
keychain thingies.
and she actually physically carries them.
She does. She
It's not
physically,
through,
carries them. Not through collective, which is basically drop shipping them. But yeah, so she'll have those at AP LazerCon, and then we will be working mostly him. I'll be getting some behind the scenes of him,
Right.
But obviously, the behind the scenes looks a lot like this because of the boot. So I kind of have to find my position and then just
Stay there.
Stay there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be doing that. I'm looking forward to it. It's a different one. It's a new one.
Yeah.
A lot of these other ones we've already been there a year or so before.
Right. So either our second or third time.
So this is our first year at AP LazerCon, so we're definitely
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I'm be looking forward to. We saw a little bit at ISA, but seeing their, because AP Laser, if you don't know, their laser machines
Doesn't have a bottom.
are open on the bottom.
Yeah.
So you like the biggest thing that I've seen that looks really cool is the wine
whiskey
barrels. Those
yeah.
barrels, they
Yeah.
just roll them underneath the laser,
Uh-huh.
and then it sits
So
there.
cool.
But they also have like almost like a table
Yeah.
that when it goes up, it's like a regular bed
Yeah.
for your laser. So just think of like the gap. So basically, where you like
The honeycomb.
the honeycomb,
Yeah.
but there's like a
Or
gap.
blades,
so
too,
like
probably.
if you open the Eon, when you open to like take the honeycomb out, so just leave that open. That's kind of what it's like.
Yeah.
And my thing was how does like fume extraction
And
work?
it did.
But it didn't really when we saw
I mean, it
them.
was at ISA, right? So it's a huge open room. So it's not like you're in, But like, I was pretty
but
impressed by
we were right
how
up on
it
the machine.
was.
Yeah, we were right up on the machine, and we couldn't really smell what they were cutting. Like The Rock, you smell what I'm cooking. But we were right there, like in the machine. There were two going, and you couldn't smell it. And I saw, like, you can see it, like extracting the smoke, and taking the fumes with it. Probably the smaller. I guess if you were in a smaller garage, maybe you'd smell it. But I mean,
Yeah.
we smell acrylic and wood when we do it, and our machines is closed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Daniel
I'm looking
said
forward
that
to.
They've been doing AP LazerCon for about 6 years,
Yeah.
maybe even longer.
Yeah.
I thought it was 10.
Right.
But anyway, this is the first time they're kind of opening it up because the years prior, it was just for their AP laser customers.
Right.
And she was like, our customers are amazing. She saw how awesome, the maker community was at Next Level, and they really wanted to just open it up to everybody. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this year goes.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we don't have the other years to compare it to.
Right.
But yeah, it should be a good time
Yeah.
because the more the merrier. I mean, they do predominantly focus on the memorial and large object space.
Right, because they can fit it under the machine.
Right, and that's why they made it. They were making, headstones and granite and all that, and they
Right.
needed a way to get the large pieces of, granite and stuff in the laser. Fire the laser.
Hey, that's Daniel's.
It's also Austin Powers.
It is. He stole it from Austin Powers.
Yeah. It's both. So yeah, but the lasers are they're really cool, especially if
Yeah.
you're doing any like furniture or anything
it
like
opens
that.
it opens up the possibilities of what you can do because now you're not limited
I
to
hope
what
this is
fits
still
in your
working.
laser.
Is yours
oh yeah,
frozen?
mine is frozen too, but we'll see.
Is it frozen for
we
you
are
guys?
recording.
It's
and it's playing on the preview.
Hopefully
yeah, there
it's
we go.
Frozen.
We're back.
Okay.
I see
you
it
can
now.
still
Yeah,
see
it's
us.
playing now. So yeah, it opens up to the possibilities of what your laser, because now you're not limited to what fits on your bed, even more so than a pass through on some of them. So it's
Right.
it's gonna be pretty cool to see, and to see the vendors that show up as well. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Yep. I can't wait.
We got anything else? I mean, that was pretty much the life update and everything wrapped up.
I don't think so. I don't think there's anything else. We have my dad's celebration of life is going to be June 13th, and it's actually the same day as another open house at GS2 Awards.
Yep.
So
we'll be in Boulder.
we're probably going to. We'll be in
And
Boulder anyway.
And in Boulder, because your dad's celebration life is
Right,
going to
and
be in Boulder
that's
as well.
well. That's why I thought
Yeah.
about attending both, because my dad's celebration of life is going to be near there anyway. When I was out there visiting him for those couple weeks before he passed, the event was literally only 10 minutes from where I was hanging out with my dad at. So it was perfect, in proximity, because I was driving 15 minutes to an hour home every night to stay at my friend's house. So yeah, in the morning we will probably attend again, just depending on if there's anything we need to do for the party. But we'll attend GS2 in the morning and then head off to his celebration of life in the afternoon. So it'll be a really quick trip, 2-3 days. And then so rocking and rolling, getting ready, sending out some emails and stuff to get some vendor clients for next level.
And I don't know if Josh Perry is still on, but shout out to Josh. He's getting a new warehouse, a new space.
I can't wait to
he announced it
see
so
that,
we can
hear
talk about it.
Right? Yeah.
He
Yeah,
told us,
that's
and then
awesome.
shortly after he announced it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was already running out of space when we went out there in February, and he's had, I think, 2 more lasers since then.
Right.
So I can only imagine how, tight it was in there now.
Yeah.
So yeah, good for him. He's been killing it. He's
Yep.
doing 12, 14-hour days, I think, every single day. So he has not been talking to me as much as he should. But it's okay. It's okay. He's shown up even on his busiest days. He'll call me, on his way home or something. And yeah. So I really appreciate my laser friends, my laser family, laser community.
Yeah.
You guys really have been great through all of this. It's been shitty. I'm not gonna lie. But we're focusing on the positive in all of it. Even with my dad, he was ready. I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
None of us were ready.
No.
But and it didn't happen how we thought it would.
Yeah.
But he was ready. So that's some peace for me. He's not dealing with Parkinson's anymore, and stealing all of his independence. Man, he held on to that. So the hardest part of spending those 2 weeks with him was wanting to help him when he was struggling with things, and knowing he did not want my help.
Right.
And so it was like sitting there and like watching and trying to be patient,
sit on
and
your
not
hands
and not go do it for him or help him, or
Right.
Not offer to help. And
Right. Yeah. That was definitely the hardest part for me to see. Like, even before he got into the assisted living and everything like that, is like even talking with him, he knows what he wants to say.
Yeah.
He has the
Cognitively,
response.
he was there.
But he just couldn't, it was just failing. And I was like I hope his, and it sucks to say, but I hope his mind is also misfiring as much, because if it's not, it's almost like trapped. So even though it sucks, to know he's at peace now.
Yeah.
It's like,
for sure.
It's because like you said, he was ready. So
Diane said we loves you too.
Love you too.
Family always
Heidi,
first.
yes.
And I mean, again, you guys
This
are
is the
my
family.
family.
Yeah.
So I just really appreciate just what this has grown into. And these times in your life really do show you kind of who's there too. And I just think, there's some that are surprising in good ways and some that are surprising in bad ways and all of that. But you really gotta just focus on the positive and keep going. It's in only up from here, right?
Just
let's
keep
not
swimming.
test it, but just keep swimming. I can't swim right now, but soon I'll be able to swim.
You can float on the lazy river,
right?
with your hands on the thing.
Yeah.
So
anything else before we go? It'll be 2 minutes before we see it in the comments.
Yeah.
But go ahead and try and put it in the
While
comments.
we wait for that, another hey, shout out and go follow is the Maker Hour podcast over at Emily. She doesn't want to call it a podcast. It's totally a podcast. They're already interviewing people. So it's a podcast. Yeah. Sorry, Emily. I know you don't want to call it one, but it's the Maker Hour podcast.
Yeah, people have been really enjoying that.
Yeah, Emily, Amanda, and Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and guests sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the Cafecito Hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So check them out. I think she's pushing YouTube, right?
Yes.
She's trying to get everyone on YouTube?
It's streamed on Facebook and on YouTube, but they can't see the comments on Facebook.
Yeah.
So if you want to be a part of it, or you want them to actually see what you're saying,
or if you have a question,
you have to you gotta head on over
to
YouTube. It was cute. Someone on the one Wednesday, because it's every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Someone in the comments was saying that they created a YouTube channel so that they could comment on. I don't think you have to create a whole channel.
Oh, Melody Passman's on. Oh.
Hi. Yes, you're late. We're just wrapping up. Hi, friend.
You can listen to the replay.
You can.
We talk mad crap about you. You should listen.
No,
to
we
it.
didn't.
Hey, I'm trying to get more listeners.
Oh, okay. Yes,
Let
we
her
did.
Listen
We
to the whole
talked
thing.
so much but
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you where, so you got to listen to the whole thing. But we talked a lot.
It was
about
fun seeing her, and we'll see her
Yeah.
again next week at
Yeah.
AP
And
LazerCon.
JR had a great time with her daughter.
He did, yeah. Brooklyn
and
will be at AP LazerCon, and JR's like, "Am I going to that one?" No,
Nope.
no serious.
We have her red bandana apparently, so we'll give it to
Oh
you at
yeah,
AP.
we do.
Hopefully, remember to bring it.
Yeah, if she wants it, well, yeah, I'll just. I think it's in my luggage.
No,
It's in
not.
yours.
No,
Where is
so
it?
so one
Let's
is
just put it in our luggage.
one is sitting, I think, around the couch by where JR's bag, his book bag is,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other one we washed and is in his like
Oh,
laundry
okay.
clothes already. So
Yeah.
I was late too. I was on my VR arena store. Huh.
You'll have to tell us
Virtual-
about that
right.
later.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. AP LazerCon, check out our episode with Jenna
Yes.
a few weeks ago where we talk about that. If you want to get to know Kim and Garrett, we had them on as well right before the Jamboree. And everyone here I think knows that mom with the laser, so you should
Yeah.
know
We will have her
hour.
on soon. I gotta go back in our messages and see when we scheduled it for, but we'll have her on soon
right.
to talk about Laser Maker Con, which
Yep.
we were supposed to be part of, but after the accident, I was like, I think I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
bow out. It was really hard to do so because FOMO, and I really I didn't want to do that to her. But it was too much to add on like
Yeah.
a 20-minute long form video
Yeah.
on top of everything. So yeah, but we will have her on, and hopefully, he said I'm driving Tuesday to Texas. I thought you were driving right now. I was like, get off
Right?
of here.
He can listen. Well, you shouldn't be commenting.
Exactly. That's what I mean. But hopefully we'll have hers live as well, so that you guys can ask any questions about Laser Maker Con or about
she's-
her.
And she's used to lives.
Yeah, exactly. So she's not one that will be too shy.
Yeah.
And
And UV Ink Fest is over now, but you can still
Yes.
purchase the pack where you get all the talks and stuff.
Yeah, and
we got-
lifetime access.
Yeah,
and
we
all
got a
that.
lot of great feedback. So if you want to see our content around UV printing like workshop, that's still up. So check that out. Do we have a code for that or anything?
I have an affiliate link for it. It might be, if there's a code, it might be Riley Black or Riley Black Studios. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We have an affiliate link.
Yeah.
So
we don't
if
do
you,
it for the affiliates.
Yeah, if you want that link, you can ask for it. If not, you can
Yeah.
just go to
and
uvinkfest.com,
just-
I think.
Just get
We don't push those, but I do.
Yeah.
I do love the people who go out of their way to ask for one. Before they
Everyone was
purchase
asking
stuff.
us for like
affiliate
links
at
for
Kim
like
and Garrett,
at
so,
the gear that
yeah,
we
that was
recommended,
awesome.
and I was like, listen, we should be better about it, but we just tell you what we use and what we
Right.
like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we're not big on.
If you want the
affiliates.
link and you want to send me a message,
Yeah.
then yeah.
Yeah, we can get that for you, but
but
we don't have it on hand. So go support all of our friends because you
Yes.
guys support us in more ways than just monetary. So
Yeah.
we thank you guys for all the support, no matter if you're here on live with us on Patreon, if you're listening to it on Patreon, if you're listening to it from Spotify and you're not part of the early subscription, thank you guys for listening. Because without those numbers and seeing that, like
Yeah. If
probably
you weren't
wouldn't
watching, we wouldn't be
as,
doing this
we
anymore.
definitely
I'll
wouldn't be
tell
as
you that right there.
consistent. Yeah.
We
Shameless
maybe-
plug for my
yeah.
session on UV. Yes, Christian was a part of UV Ink Fest as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Drop some sauce in my lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Listen, Christian, if you've got questions about AI, another plug, since we're plugging our friends,
Yes.
if you have any questions around AI and how to use it for your business, hit up Christian. He's the
Yes.
man. He is the AI
And he
wizard.
has some stuff coming.
I think he
soon
might be
too.
AI. With how much he knows, I think he
Yeah.
might be AI.
Quite. I would not be surprised at all.
He's like the first one. It's
Yeah.
like Tesla dropped him into the maker world to test him out.
Right? Yeah.
The
He's a
Christian model.
robot.
Yeah.
I knew it. I would not be surprised. How to use AI
Yes, but
more.
he is. Yeah, if you have any AI questions, hit up Christian. He's the man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
And with that, later, Roy. With that, it's been another great episode of the. Oh wait, nope. Since Kim and
What?
Garrett episode, I'm about out of time. It's been another great episode of the Right Back Project. Crystal and John.
Bye.
Another
Do you want to
ism.
ask? Yeah.
Do you want to hear a song?
Maybe we're all done. The Black Project. Bye.
Say bye.
Bye.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Nino, I'm recording.